Isaiah 9 and verse number 6. For unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. A child is born, son is given. Child is human baby, born. Son is the eternal God. He is given, not born. He is given. And the government, hey, this is the right time to pass the government. Come on. Will be upon his shoulder. Can he give all the government into his shoulder? All the burden will be passed into his shoulders. If you're willing to give all your burdens, all the government to his shoulders. And his name will be called Wonderful. Everybody say Wonderful. Another title, this is not his name. Yeah. He'll be called what? Wonderful. Counselor. Anybody needs counseling? He is the right counselor. He can give you any kind of counseling. Mighty God. Who is he? A child is born. A son is given. But he is the mighty God. Don't underestimate him. Christmas story is not a fiction. It is not just another story. That is the greatest story we have, the humanity has. And who else is he? Everlasting Father. He is the expression of the everlasting Father and Prince of Peace. Anybody lacks peace in your heart? He is the Prince of Shalom. Another key word. Key phrase is made a dwelling among us. The literal translation is pitched his tent. Write it down. This boy, this child, this son, who is titled Emmanuel, pitched his tent with human beings, the Homo sapiens. Wow. This hybrid being, who is also a Homo sapien, plus the eternal God, the mighty God, the Father, everlasting Father, eternal Father, he pitched his tent with human beings. The allusion is to the allusion is to how God came and pitched his tent, which we called a tabernacle, in the wilderness with all the Israelite tents. This tabernacle was at the center, and they had specifications given how to pitch the other tents. If you have an aerial view, a bird's eye view, you will see it was in the form of a cross. 4 tribes this way, 4 tribes this way, 3 tribes this way, 3 tribes this way, 3 tribes this way, total 12 tribes. And in the center, the tabernacle. God tabernacled with the people of God. The same thing is given here, the same idea. God pitched his tent, this tent, the body, human body is the tent. We are also living in the tent, temporary tent. But an eternal residence is being prepared. That's what Paul says in Corinthians. He writes, so God pitched his tent and dwelt with people for 33 and a half years. That is Emmanuel. We have seen his glory. Another key phrase. This refers back to the Old Testament passages narrating the manifestation of the presence and glory of God in theophanies. That means appearances of God, that in the tabernacle and in the temple, Jerusalem temple. Sit straight, please. There is something so precious on the first Christmas day. the glory of God descended and was revealed in the earthly realms. When Jesus was on earth, people walked in his glory, in that realm, in the glory realm that he carried everywhere like a bubble, huge bubble. Miracles happening, signs happening. He violated the laws of this nature. He violated the laws of science. He violated natural laws. He violated everything. He made everything upset because he was carrying the glory of the Father. Wherever he was going, death had to surrender before him because he was carrying another realm, not the earthly realm. God, the Word, manifested in the flesh, and we saw his glory as the glory coming from the Father, because he was carrying the heavenly glory in the earthly realms. Understand the true Christmas story. If you're a child of God, you're not a pagan, you're not a Gentile, you are a child of God. This is your inheritance. This revelation is your inheritance. This is the nourishment to your soul. Colossians 1:19. For God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him. Galatians 4:4-5. But when the set time had fully come, God sent his Son, born of a woman, a virgin, born under the law, to redeem those under the law, that we might receive adoption to sonship. Hallelujah. The Son of God became a Son of Man, that the sons of God may become sons of God. Hallelujah. That is the Christmas story. That is the Christmas story. Colossians 1:26-27, the mystery that has been kept hidden for ages and generations, but is now disclosed to the Lord's people, not for everyone, not to the world's people, but to the Lord's people. To them, God has chosen to make known among the Gentiles the glorious riches of this mystery, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. I don't think you can contain anymore. I'm stopping here. This is too much. You can meditate this for the coming 10 Christmases. That much depth is there, weight is there, heaviness is there in this mystery. Thank God, the whole eternity he has assigned for us to grasp this little by little. Just give the Lord glory. Lift your hands everywhere. Come on. Every eye closed, every hand lifted up. Christ is the center of the universe. He is the center of our life. Let that reverence, awe, and worship arise to him who deserves the glory. Every moment spent in his presence, worshiping him, I believe is an investment into eternity. Just worship him, just worship him. If you feel like standing, you can stand in honor. The mystery of godliness is great. It is hidden to all the pundits, all the scholars, all the experts of this world. People are after rocket science. People are trying to go to space. But they miss the greatest mystery of all times. But He is pleased to give this to babies. His babies. Can we be His babies today to receive